Coming to you from Homebrew Studios, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie,
and John Piccarillo.
Welcome to episode 68 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Did I get that right? 68?
Yep.
Look at that.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Welcome aboard, folks. You like having the crowd down there, don't you?
Yeah, I want to come down there, too, like that. Give a high five down there. Have I seen that yet? Well, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to check that out.
You're not watching your own product?
Well, you know. Hey, look at this. Let's get this party started.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
It's been a very busy week.
Yes, it has.
Normally it's the wood, but we're in such good positioning
So warm out.
with the wood and we got ahead of the curve and we didn't get thrown the big curve yet. I'm not saying we won't, but
We're
getting
still
through
way ahead.
January is big deal to me.
Yeah.
I know not everybody agrees, but I believe January is the coldest and most brutal month for me. Like today, I got out at 5 o'clock today.
Oh, it was in the 40s.
It was daylight too.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, baby, we're really
don't
getting
get
there.
sucked into it.
Hey, we're going the right direction. That's all I know.
The wrong direction could turn awful
It's okay.
fast.
Yeah, I am from New York, and being pounded is expected. So I'm not going to think we're not going to have any
How would you like to
snow.
suck my balls?
So I don't believe we're not going to have any, but have none up till this date is really, really exciting to me. I mean,
Hello, cutie pie.
That's right. That's right. The next thing you know, the legs are showing.
You're
and
going to jinx us all, aren't you?
No. I knocked on wood, and I didn't even say we're out of the woods yet. I didn't say anything like that. And you know what I mean? So
January being the coldest month, February usually arrives with the most snow.
it's the most unpredictable. I
Yeah.
agree with that. I just growing up in my years, January was the one that was like, oh God, this is
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah. If not the whole winter sometimes.
Right. Well, you know, I used to remember January. It was like it every single day.
Yeah.
January. Oh, man, that's tough to take right there. Especially as somebody who likes to go outside, you know. It's tough. It's hard to breathe at certain temperatures. You feel like your
We haven't
lungs
hit
are,
any of that quite yet.
not this year.
Not this year, no.
No, but
last
I
year was
remember
pretty
it.
brutal.
I experienced it. I tell you.
Last year was pretty brutal. So last 2 years have been pretty brutal with the cold. And
The cold snaps. It seemed most recently less with the snow.
no, we had a huge amount of snow last year.
Well, yeah, but we talked about this.
Oh, here we go.
It was the worst kind. Piddle, 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 piddle. Like, I kind of like a pummeling because it's going to
We
suck.
got some pummelings in there too.
Yeah, but we got a lot of the, I got 2, I got 4. Even 6 is not
me-
a big deal.
For yourself, I consider we would get 4 or 5. Then
Yeah,
4 or 5.
to me, that's a
then
joke.
4 or
It's
5.
a waste of my time.
And
to
then
have
we got
to
a
go
couple.
clear that
I think we got a
snow.
couple 8ers, didn't we?
Yeah, but I don't call it
Foot
serious
ones?
until it's a foot. When we're talking 12 and over, that's a serious snowstorm.
Oh,
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. I am Mr. New York.
I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute of it.
That's right. That's right. No, we got a
crazy
new project.
bastard!
So, you know, once it gets started, it just keeps going. And I feel like I was making some serious progress with the painting. The
Oh,
apartment.
get started on finishing up our.
Yeah, and this is like the home stretch
yeah,
for
the
what
home stretch.
what our goals were.
Getting rid of this fucking place.
So now that is the ultimate goal. So the apartment is the last bit. There's a living room, 2 bedrooms, and the ceiling and the
Ceilings.
bathroom.
We still got the pantry upstairs.
Man,
too.
that's the whole thing. Is there was quite a bit of taping
Yeah.
and spackle and sanding
Spackle?
needed. And I'm telling you right now, the one thing that keeps me away from actually doing construction work for a living is sanding. Oh man, I could live without. And guess
Then
what?
don't be the guy who has to sand. That's all.
I don't mind the sanding as much as you think. The biggest and worst part is sanding the ceiling. That's the worst part. It's the hardest thing to get really nice. I know they got the stick. I get a pole sander. Yeah, I mean, you can
Pole.
only get so precise with that thing. And if you try to get as precise as you go with your hand, you'll be there for all day.
All day.
All day. And then all of a
All
sudden you
day.
say, oh, shit, I went too far. You got to put some
How
more
would
in
you
there.
like to suck my balls?
Yes, we did. The painting has started in those two rooms.
And
Yeah.
coming along. The stuff that I hate most is getting less and less.
We just have a lot of stuff that are intersecting. The band's trying to tighten
Oh,
up for its first gig,
That's right.
which means we have to prepare our trailer for equipment.
I talked to Jim Garlett today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He seemed pretty
Refresh
excited.
me.
Well, he was actually the guy that I was considering to have come down and try out singing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to try out a possible new singer.
Yeah, on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday.
Coming together just in time for
My wife's
Action.
going in for knee surgery on Tuesday. It's just...
the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue starts preparation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That affects me.
Yeah.
What I do.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time, but it's challenging.
Very challenging.
Yeah, Bob knows how much extra time I spend on the computer during that month.
Yeah. 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 So a lot of things are,
Busy month.
yeah, extremely.
But I learned. That's what, like this right there. Remember when I got that?
Yeah.
I think
Your
that's
$200.
Yep, that's my $200 scar. That's my ballpark figure, though. I'm just guessing.
He's ballparking it.
Well, no, it's because I chose to do the stove myself. So it would have cost me $200 had I had them do it. Mm-hmm. So it's a $200 tattoo. I'm calling it a tattoo, not a scar. Tattoos are cooler these days, for sure. I think scars are pretty cool, but anyway, that's my tattoo, $200 tattoo. But every time, like when things are going okay and stuff.
Yeah, but that
good,
didn't cost you $200.
It saved me $200.
So it's not how can you say that's your $200? Oh, like, whatever.
That's right. That's it.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
Oh, by the way, that little sound in the background sounds a lot like my new little splash I got.
Oh, your toy?
It's a little trash, and I got a little.
Little trash.
Yeah, and it's I got a new mount. I've been waiting. It didn't show up for band practice, which I was so upset. I went and stole Bob's woodblock stand from the studio kit and brought
No,
it out
he
here
said
just so
stole?
I could. Yeah, I did. He's like, you're not adjusting things in there, are you? You're not moving things. You know where it goes, don't you? Who the hell do you think put it there?
Because when he adjusts things and everything, then I have to redo microphone volumes and everything, and he's just a big pain in the ass.
Jackass.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
So I got the proper fitting now. I'm looking at it. It's so sexy. I love looking at it. And I got to use it a little bit, but I was smashing my knuckles on the tom or the other tom because it was way deep with that stand that I was using. Now I've got it right up close. I'm just
Right
gonna
up your ass.
play with that thing and play.
And play.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be good.
And play.
And there's another thing. I'm finally getting all the parts to the drums that I've been putting off because now it's getting time. So I've been starting to put the stuff, starting to put a little money into it, and it's shaping right up. I think I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Shaw?
February is going to be a really busy month.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah,
be a
it
lot
is.
going on because that will have to be Monday night if we survive. I'll have to tear it down on a Monday night so I can change the heads and clean it up by the next band practice.
Oh, okay.
Because we're going to play it a couple times in full regalia.
What do you mean if we survive?
Well, we're moving from what we used to be on Monday night. I went back to customer service and Sports Illustrated, so we moved to Tuesday, and it's not working out for everybody, so we're moving back to Monday, but I'm still the Sports Illustrated CSR. So those days can either go really well or really bad. And when they go bad, I have things to do at said practice time. Everybody's fully aware of it. Now I've announced it to anybody listening, so everybody knows.
Hey, don't do that.
I'm not the jerk off that planned it.
Jerk off.
Jackass.
Okay, just so it's clear.
Jackass.
Mondays are unpredictable.
Every day is unpredictable.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, hey, listen, try this. I told my weed guy to step it up, and he gave me that.
What is it?
It's called Mind Rape. It's actually pretty mellow.
It doesn't sound very mellow.
Well, he only had 3 other batches. Gorilla Panic, They're Coming, and something called This Is Permanent. Come on, spark it up.
This is permanent. Gorilla Panic.
Gorilla Panic.
They're coming, and something called This Is Permanent.
Hey, I don't think we ever did this.
Not yet, anyway.
So I never really knew.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
and on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
So I'm kind of excited about the warm-up gig.
All right, zip it.
No, go ahead.
Because that's what I was talking to Garlette about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's, I
At
think
the
it's
let me get this straight. At the WMSC, the West Milton Social Club.
That's right. That's right. Newly founded by Richard Baird.
Mr. Baird.
Yeah. Good. Both of the guys just mentioned, good friends of mine from work. Been working with them for years. And they got this place. Like, it's just a club. It's like a club. So, yeah, are we confirmed? I haven't even confirmed yet. I'm pretty much.
I don't know. You're the one that has to confirm it.
I'm on board. He said we're welcome. You know.
Well, you need to make a phone call,
No,
see
it's
the guy,
easy.
do whatever you got to do.
I think we're in if we're all.
Oh, you got to confirm it.
All right.
You have to
I'm
confirm
the
it.
confirmation guy. Well, we're
Yeah.
getting a little closer now. I feel better.
He's your
about,
connection. You're the confirmation.
I feel better about the confirmation over the last.
Whoever makes first contact is the confirmation man.
All right.
Tom has confirmed our first official paying gig.
Yeah. That's why I think of it as the first. Oh, you almost fell over.
All right, zip it.
You can check that up on video.
All right, zip it.
If it was more dramatic, I'd make a bigger deal, but it was only a little. It was just kind of, whoa.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Yep, the gears come together.
How would you like to suck my balls?
And it's not cheap. You know, if you ever go see a band, step back and look at all the stuff.
They spent money on equipment somewhere.
And how much it all
And don't we know?
Oh, it's painful.
Yeah.
Like I have decided, you know, I haven't really done this before, but I used to run with some cheap cymbals on a regular basis. So
say the least.
So now what I've done is I bought, because I broke, which by the way I'm really excited about. Oh, should I save that? Should I save it? It
No,
could be
just go with it. Go with it. Sometimes you just got to go with it. Go with it.
Yeah, well, I have some cymbals that. Oh no, I forgot I was going to go out there. I forget again. I got to go get that other one because I want to bring it with me because my dad's probably got some tools that I can cut them with.
We got a flashlight.
Anyway, I've got several broken cymbals, and they're high quality cymbals. That's the problem with the ones that sound really pretty. They're not super durable. Like the ones I use for practice now after I broke the last two that were really nice and beautiful sounding.
None of them are durable with you.
Well, these are holding up. They've made it a couple months now.
Couple months.
So they're the cheaper ones, though. They're nice cymbals, but they're a little cheaper. I would like a better, like crisper kind of sound when I play out. So I'm going to buy some jewelry just for playing out, which means symbols I'm only going to use for playing out. That way practice is reserved and I can smash them. But anyway, I found out, I was looking online about, because what I was thinking about was because the ones that broke are pretty big, like 16-inch symbols. And I was just thinking about cutting around the ring, because if you ever looked at a symbol, it looks like a record.
Yeah.
So it's got grooves in it. I was just going to cut around the groove and sand the edges and make it a little splash, which I might still do. Splash. But what I saw online is it's very common. There's a lot of guys that do it, especially when we're talking about practice symbols. I could have some nice, high-quality symbols by cutting the crack out.
You motorboating son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.
Yeah. You cut the crack out like a half a moon, and you sand it nice, and it still has that nice sound, and it's not going to keep cracking on you, which is the big problem. Is if when you keep hitting a cymbal that's cracked, you ought to see it. I should show you one. It starts to peel a ring around, so you got a big like wisp on the end. It's crazy. So I'm very excited to cut my cymbals.
I almost said something.
I'm going to be cutting cracks and cymbals and shit like that.
I almost said something, and I didn't know if it was for public consumption, so I stopped.
Republican? You're a Republican now?
Public consumption.
Oh.
Clean this shit out of your ears.
Do I got to do something funny? Because you're falling asleep.
What? Yeah, it's been a long week.
You're on your way out.
It's Wednesday, and it's a long friggin' week. You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Usually you are very attentive with my stories, but today you're like, I can see the glaze. He's rubbing the sleep out of
Yeah. It's a struggle for me today.
Well, we've had these before.
I think it's, yeah, I'll discuss that with you later.
I remember not feeling it at all, because it's funny when you start to do something on a regular basis and certain people are
oh yeah, just because I asked what segment you wanted to do today, you text me back, see, I told you feel better.
Well, yesterday he's trying to call it off, and then you listeners and viewers wouldn't have anything this week, and then he's blaming me because we don't have one in the can.
How would you like to suck my balls?
Bob likes it in the can.
Come on, that was like a year ago we went with that one now. You can't just bring stuff up a year later. No.
The problem with putting one in the can is you don't know when it becomes outdated, like what you talk about. Like, because with this show, we talk about today.
That's why you do something. You have to
It's so hard to be generic.
No, it won't be that hard.
I feel like it's hard.
We need to do
You can't talk about dates. You can't talk about current events. You can't talk about what? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I'll tell you, the first time I didn't feel like doing it, you made me. I think it was a great show.
Yeah, we could probably just go back and listen to it and redo it, because obviously we didn't have any video. We don't,
Yeah, that's true.
And all that stuff. So it became outdated because we never used it.
There you go.
But
I knew there was a reason.
But we were moving at such a rapid rate, going to video, doing the set. The set was evolving. So much was evolving that we can't go back. Now I feel like we're kind of at a point where we're not going to evolve really anymore visually or audibly or anything. There's not going to be like a huge next step. So if we do one now, I feel it'll fit in with.
What episode do we call it?
We just don't.
So unofficial feeling.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I think we should, like, the next one that you want for backup, I say we work on 69. Oh, we can. That's going to be with Jay. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
So we would work on 70.
Okay.
And then you use it, and then we can still go ahead, work on 71. See what I'm saying?
You're trying to get one ahead.
Right.
But then on a regular basis, we lose the current event content that we do like, but I know when you do a backup, you can't.
Yeah, you're right. I understand that.
And you want to have that on a more
Yeah.
Because
I was just trying to
there's a
think
lot of
outside the
people. There's a lot of people who do podcasts, and they actually do podcasts. They're like 5-10 deep when they're putting them out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, that's why I was thinking that way.
Well, I just want to get like 2, 3, 4 backups deep, just so we can.
Well, the sad part about it is our very,
Jesus Christ,
you nasty.
Damn, that's nasty.
It was just spittle. There wasn't any food involved or anything.
At least it went that way, not this way.
Go that way.
If it went, hit my nose.
What are you talking about? You're spewing your fucking fluids all over the place all the time, you bastard.
You nasty.
Damn, that's nasty.
You nasty mother.
It comes from the ass, right in the middle of the ass.
You're lucky it didn't come from there.
I know. Now I've got 2 of them.
Like Tom ripping ass at
Yeah,
practice.
I got 2 of them. Like Mike, I don't think he'd ever let us know, even if he did.
Mike would implode innerly.
Yeah, something like that. Because yeah, exactly.
It's like the cartoon when he swallows the dynamite. That's what I envision in my head. Yeah, right back like nothing happened. Don't you?
Yeah, I do. I totally do. But Tom's
reaction was great, though. That wasn't last night. It was the other week. Last week,
in the middle of practice, we were in a song.
What did you look at you like you ripped ass? He goes, "Oh, I did. I did." Like, yes, absolutely.
I just looked at him. And he looked
like
at
there was
and I had to lip sync it because he can't hear me. I don't have a mic.
Well, you do, but you just don't use it.
I can't. I don't have a stand yet. I got to use my hands to use it.
You don't understand it?
I don't have a stand.
In the microphone, I don't understand it.
Bob set it up, so I have to pick it up because he doesn't want me messing around.
How would you like to suck my balls?
He's slowly reintroducing me to the microphone.
I said, buy a stand and you get a fucking stand, asshole.
I know.
Yes, you mouthed the words.
So I mouthed it. I was like, did you just fart? And he's like, oh, hell
yes.
And it was nasty.
It was such an absolute. None of it came my way.
Granted, we're close to each other, but that's still, look at, from here, that's like 8-10 feet away. And it
that's not 10 feet. Well, 10 feet away, and what are you counting?
If I put my feet on that mat, is my head gonna get to where my ass is?
Is your head gonna get to where your ass is?
Exactly.
What kind of question is your
X?
Only if you stick your head up your ass.
X marks the spot. X would be on the mat.
Between you and Tom, there's not 10 feet.
And the next X is my throne where
there's
I sit.
Not 10 feet. That's not 10 feet.
It's more than 6. And
I'll go with 6.
I said 8 to 10. I think 8 is probably accurate from an eyeball point.
I eyeball about 6.
We'll measure it. I'll do it right now. If I
could
to.
really not give a rat's ass
exactly
about it.
Telling you. Anyway, it was wicked. A 6 foot long stinker. It's a bad one.
I just like how he owned it so emphatically.
Oh yeah, he didn't. He was
absolutely. I did.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't deny it at all.
There was no. Yeah, there was no question about it. He was like absolutely.
Well, he was probably 100% caught too.
I just don't think he cared.
Nah, he didn't care.
Yeah. Tom always has some kind of gas conversation in practice.
Wait, he's a stinking motherfucker too. Wow.
You hear that, Tom? He's like a stinky motherfucker.
Stinky motherfucker.
You know what? You're not stinking me out, so keep smelling them up.
Keep
stinking them out.
Cola.
Me and Mike have our own little atmosphere.
You've got a separate continent over here. That's what I'm afraid.
Oh, I've torn ass several times. Nobody's even noticed.
Yeah, Mike probably did. He just didn't say anything.
No, Mike's over there. Remember, we don't have a lot of airflow.
He's just over there.
We don't have any airflow, so there's no breeze. There's no anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what causes that dead air. It's like a schmog.
And we're all sweating while we're playing. It's probably
but that's what I was just thinking.
You were sweating.
Oh my god! It was why it was. What was it outside? 30.
You were like
yesterday. I don't know what it was.
You were like a
35,
Buddhist at a Communist Party meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Because it's usually really cool. You started using the heater for a little while. It was so cool down here.
Yeah, but not yesterday.
Yeah. No, it was warm.
Yeah, you were like, whew.
I haven't sweat for a while because it's been a little cooler. Yesterday I was sweating. Yeah, but you know what? That's what I'm afraid of in the new place.
Okay.
Because it's going to be smaller.
Yes.
More
We'll
soundproof,
hook you up with
which
a
means
fan.
leak proof, which means that gas is just going to be floating around. You two fucking stink bombs going to be my sweat's going to be the least of the problem. I can guarantee you that.
We'll get you a fan, and the funny thing is, it'll just suck the smell and shoot it right out at you full force.
I don't mind sweating.
You were kind of distraught yesterday.
Certain types of sweat I don't like. And
that was a certain kind of sweat.
Yeah. And if I'm sweating at a pretty good clip, but it's still cool, like that cold sweat kind of, I don't like that. That doesn't feel good. Like I'm cold, but I'm still sweating. I don't like. Like in the gym, we have these big, like air conditioning ducts, and they run cool air. Like even in the winter. It like blows cool air. It drives me crazy to accidentally. They have a couple pieces of equipment that I want to use that they're right under, and when I'm sweating and I got to get under it, I hate it. Oh my God, I hate it. It's like cold air blowing on me when I'm sweating. I don't want it.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
No.
No?
I mean, if I was so hot, and I guess I've stood in front of the air conditioner before and wanted to cool down that bad, but that's like summer hot. That's different. It's, you know what I mean? That's different. When you're so hot you feel like you're melting, that's different. No cold, you could probably cover me in ice and I'd be fine with that. But when it's because your body is trying to cool down, and I don't know.
You don't have that. You don't have that problem when you sleep in this in the bedroom up here, do you?
No. It's like the
like
Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
In there.
Love that, don't you?
Yeah. I wake up and my nose might have some icicles on it.
Not that cold.
No, I'm just messing with you. It's not that bad.
Not that cold, Jesus.
And since we found out closing the vents makes a huge difference, it's warmed up.
Listen,
exponentially.
I grew up where we had air conditioning, central air, and we had forced air heat. So they came out of the same vent.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I get that.
So you didn't have to shut ones because here you have, it's the pipes heat stuff. It's boiler.
Right.
So what do they call that? What kind of heat do they call that? What's the word I'm looking for? Radiant heat?
Yeah. Yep.
It's a radiant heat. So obviously they don't share with the air conditioning vents. So we were losing for at least 10 years or more, or 22 years, we were losing heat through the air conditioning vents and
tremendous
not even knowing
amount, I'm sure. Like
probably
wouldn't want to even know how much that ultimately might have cost.
Yeah, probably.
Yep. But we are
the last winter we're probably going to be here. We've learned.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that the way it goes? Well, I think with the painting projects, we were putting them, and the few I wanted to put up, I wanted to make sure they work because I know I've experienced those vents, and they're hard as hell to close sometimes if they don't get used. So I lubed them up and all that kind of stuff, and
some of them are in the most retarded places, like those two in the way.
We had
stairwell.
To put ladders up on walls and have like multiple spotters. It was pretty ridiculous.
Yes, it was.
I don't even know who thought of that idea.
This house is just full of ingenious ideas that come back and bite us in the ass.
When we close them all off, I'm guessing it's about 10 degrees warmer in that room. It's significant.
In the house.
In the house, too, yeah. Overall, definitely. I know where I sleep is
I think so. Well, the funny thing is, since we've closed them all, we haven't really had a cold.
That's true.
Really cold to find out.
Haven't been tested.
Yes.
But it generally feels warm.
Yeah. You don't feel the breeze, a little bit of the breeze that you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just such a big house in general that it's hard to make it cozy.
I don't think anybody understands how big it is.
4,200 square feet.
See,
big.
now I always go low then when I tell people because I'm trying to figure it out. But 42, that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I
thought I had a big one at 2,000.
We don't have the rooms aren't cut up, so it's not like a normal house where you have things cut up. The living room is like one side of the house.
Oh yeah,
and the kitchen is the other side of the house.
It's
so,
huge everywhere.
Yeah, so you've got these two great big huge rooms that you're trying to heat with cathedral ceiling shit, and it's like it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. The word cozy does not even come into. And we're on the set in the basement. It's not even cozy. We had so much ballroom around here. It's ridiculous.
That's why I can't envision everything in less space.
Well, we just adapt and overcome like we always do.
I know. It's going to be so hard. Oh, it's a lot of space. I'm a huge fan of space, but I'm not a fan of
paying for it. That's for sure.
Yep. Listen to Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast every Wednesday wherever you find Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Get a hold of us at Bob and Jay's Pass Rush at gmail.com and at Pass Rush Podcast on Twitter. Bob and Jay's Pro Football Podcast.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Asphincter says what?
Asphincter says what?
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com or
at Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And now it's time for Loose and Buttery with your host, John Piccirillo.
Hey now. It's funny, I look at all the sticks in the bottom drawer in the drum room, and I broke at least 6 playing that song right there. Because it was on the bell. I was trying to get that ping, 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 ping.
I just kept thinking last night you were so into Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang.
It's pretty funny. Something like,
You
wanna
and
make
me.
love like the animals on Discovery Channel. Something. It's a good song.
Make me horny now.
Make me horny now. No, horny now.
No, he goes, make me horny now.
Make me horny now. Give me a great Halloween costume idea.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Come on, we're this is Loose and Buttery.
I know, but it just reminded me of it. Make me horny now.
Make me horny now. For this episode of Loose and Buttery, I decided to go with John's Folly.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have one. Nobody can see it, but it's right behind me.
Just behind Bob.
The Folly.
Yeah. And this developed since my childhood, actually.
Yeah.
Did
you tell the story already?
It's not marked off.
I think you told it, but not in a... Well, go ahead, whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, John's Folly is defined as a costly building with no practical purpose. Yeah. And the reason why I know I said that's the folly, because now I have a couple follies around here.
Yeah, you do.
I do. I've got one in the bathroom at the top floor.
Uh-huh. The whole apartment right now is John's Folly.
Yeah. The apartment, it has all my folly, yeah. And then I have the basement folly.
Yes.
So there's 3 John Follies right now.
And you have the barn. And you have the barn.
Well, if I had the heater out there and I could go do work and stuff, then that would be another folly.
There's too much stuff for you to want to do around here than you have time.
That's a big problem. But I feel like I did tell a story about John's folly.
Yeah, you
My
did. The
first
original.
one, yeah.
Oh, so this is just this folly?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I explained it already.
Well, explain it anyway. You got people in. If they haven't heard it, go for it.
What if they heard it? I don't want to hear it again.
Fuck them.
Okay. Well, maybe you just remember these things from our conversations that we had.
That's why I'm saying fuck it.
Yeah, you know? Anyway, across the street.
That's what this whole podcast is supposed to be, just our stupid-ass conversations.
That's right. Across the street from my parents' house where I grew up, there was John Zampella was our neighbor, living over there with Virginia Zampella. And they had a beautiful double lot. Like when we were kids, they were super nice people. He was a cop, and they used to let us use the yard over there for kickball and whatever we wanted to do. And it was all surrounded by trees, so the ball wouldn't go in the street. It was great. So we always played over there. They had a dog, Butch. Loved that dog. He used to follow me to church, like coming inside the church. The dog was awesome, a little beagle, cute little guy. Anyway, so there was always this building. And it was like cinder blocks, serious building. And he built a shed, and it must have been like leftover material from somewhere that somebody must have given him or something he acquired. And that's why he built such a
brick shit house?
Yeah, brick shit house. But it's all concrete, built this shed, and it's over there. And I always remember he had the name right on it, John's Folly. And I really never knew what a folly was until I started to build one here. And I was like, you know what? That's like John's Folly. And I looked it up, and it's just a costly building, which describes that one, because very few people build sheds out of cinder blocks.
Yeah.
So that one is good. And it says with no practical purpose. Now, of course, he used it as a shed, so it did have a practical purpose. But some people would say, why would you build something so...
He probably built it, really didn't think he needed it. When he built it, he just used the materials.
Use the materials you got. That's what I do. You know, so he probably just had it. So... That's what. But you know what I got to do? I got to make sure I mark it off so I don't discuss it again.
Yeah, we don't want to have another discussion again.
No, we don't want to.
Maybe
Oh, I got one more on here. I can't wait to talk about it, but that's another day.
Again, I wanted to discuss something, but I don't know if it's for public consumption. So.
Oh, I have some of that information too.
Dude, well, I don't know this. Never mind.
What, are you just guessing?
What?
Something? You know something you're not letting on? Or you don't know if you... Can you talk to... You want to talk to me about it later?
No. It's something in our regular conversations that would be funny little things, but I don't know if you want things for public consumption. So...
Okay. I'll trust your judgment.
We just have to discuss afterwards if you want them... If you want a certain thing aired out.
Oh. All right. I don't know when you ever cared about that much.
What?
I didn't know you cared that much about that.
Well, it could be something you don't want to have,
okay.
That could impact you maybe that you don't want.
I don't want to be impacted.
How would you like to suck my balls?
Give me a little something on your drum set.
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
I got to get the timing of that
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
That looks like wasted years you're trying to play.
I know.
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
Almost.
On your...
Okay.
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
There you go.
On your?
Just about.
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
It's just before the on your.
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum set.
This is what we do in the studio when we're trying to get it. That's it. Yeah, I know it.
I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving
every minute of it. Yeah.
That was Loose and Buttery with your host, John Ticcarillo.
How would you like to suck my balls?
Hello, cutie pie.
That was a short and sweet one.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're putting your nutsack on your drum set.
Psst, psst.
It's almost it. It was such a cheesy cymbal crash. It was almost it.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
He's a little sassy though. He's like saying it like mean. You're like on your drum set.
I'm gonna put your nutsack on my drum set.
You're not gonna put your nut.
You stuttering prickhead.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
I hope you're not gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.
Right in between the hi-hat cymbals, and then press down on the foot pedal. Scare you right there.
Don't do that.
Does hurt to think about it.
Oh man.
Who put that image in my head?
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Periscope.
and on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. I think we're done for tonight.
Yeah,
it's a shorty.
It's been a long.
We haven't done a short one in a long time,
That's
so
right.
we're shortening this one up tonight. Oh,
Hey,
shit,
something's
I'm
better
dropping
than
shit all over the
nothing.
place.
That looks like a snapper.
This?
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is.
Looks like a snapper.
Piece of big string. Yeah, we're out tonight.
Yeah.
Next week, Jay will be here with a Jay's Brew, and it will be episode 69.
We've been planning on making that a big one the whole time.
No, John's been planning on making it a big one. So if it doesn't turn out that way, please send your.
Yes, I can.
What? What can you do? Yes, I can.
It's a surprise for the next show. Tune in. You'll definitely dig it. I'll have.
John's gonna do 69 with something on his drum set.
I've got ideas. All right. Okay. All right.
Everybody, go hide your donkeys and mules.
Yeah. It's fun
John's
time
coming
next
to
week.
town.
This is a big episode as far as I'm concerned. Coming up, 69.
Oh, we did get a phone call from.
My uncle says you got a screw loose.
Oh, yeah. Your uncle molests collies.
Oh yes,
Steve.
That's right. We
Yes.
almost forgot about
You know
Steve.
what? Let's throw him one. He's felt a little down.
Yep.
Fuck Steve.
Yeah. Fuck you, Steve.
He loves it.
That's right. Does he?
Yeah.
Did he say
loves,
that?
Yeah.
Likes
He loves it when we tell him that. Fuck Steve.
It's better to get some recognition than none at all. So,
yeah.
Steve, fuck
Fuck
you.
you. Say goodnight, John.
Good night, John.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute.